Hello and welcome to Horror Monster Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new A Nightmare on Elm Street 2 Freddy's Revenge Replica Freddy Glove by Trick or Treat Studios. So let's go ahead and spin around and take a closer look. And just to show you guys real quick, I wanted to show you some detail of the packaging. It does open up and reveal the glove inside, which is laid out nicely. It just has a little Lexan insert in there, and obviously his sweater print on the inside door, and then also on the back side of this box, which you can kind of see back in there. But it does make for a good display. I do like what they did with the box. And here is Freddy's Revenge glove out of the packaging. Let's go ahead and take a in-depth look at it. Let's start first with the top of the glove. All of the joints are loose and have good maneuverability to them. Now, I am not a glove aficionado, so I don't know in-depth details about the differences between all of Freddy's gloves. So hopefully you guys can fill me in on if things are supposed to be a certain way or not. You guys can tell me, and other viewers, if Trick or Treat Studios made these things correctly. Now this glove closely resembles the one from the original Nightmare. Let's go ahead and flip it upside down, take a look at the rings. Take a look at the glove itself, which is quite rather worn. And it seems like it's cut up in the shape similar to that of the original glove, which we will do a side-by-side comparison on in a second. And here we have the tag. So let's see how this fits on a hand. All right guys, so here is the glove on a hand. And I would say that I have an average hand size. It's not a large hand by any means, but I have average length fingers. And I'm never going to wear the glove like this, but this is to show you guys, if you're going to do like a con or something like that, how well it works and how well it looks. I got these guys for a display. I got 1 through 4, and what I want to do is just do like a little mural with the gloves mounted up like that, and then have like a sweater on the background. Take a look at the blade shape. Now these are not sharpened at all. Now I have the same issues that I had with the original Freddy glove, where with so much material gone, it's hard for me to keep my fingertips in the glove itself, and the pinky wants to pop out when articulated. If I go past that point and then I go back, like, it just wants to come right on out of there. There's not much material left on here to kind of keep the glove on your fingers, and it's all the way down at the base of my fingers, but I have to work to keep my fingertips in here just because there's not a lot of material left holding on. But it does have good movement. All right guys, let's do some comparisons. Now this is On my left hand, the original Nightmare glove, and this is the Revenge glove, both from Trick or Treat Studios. And if you watched the review on the original glove, you know that there is a lot of differences between this guy and then the $70 NECA glove. And I don't know which one is more accurate. But we can compare these two directly with each other, which all seems very similar. One thing to note is this guy is ripped off on the part 2. Part 2 just seems like a more worn version of the part 1. The blade shape is the same. This is reversed though. On the part 2, it is on this side, and on the part 1, it is welded on the other side. Colorization seems about the same. Same with weld marks. There is, though, a larger rivet used on the pointer finger on the part 2 glove, which seems like at least something that's accurate. Let's flip them over. Now, as far as the glove itself, they are cut pretty much the same. So you can kind of see. It's not easy to show you guys this stuff, but it's weathered the same, and it feels like it's about the same cut on them. Look at the rings. They are all shaped similarly. Can't even say that word. Similar. How about that? Now, since these are two gloves that are a lot alike, I will use the comparison of the NECA glove from part 1 on this guy, even though this is part 2. Reason why I'm doing this is because Trick or Treat Studios is very similar to the part 1. And you will see NECA's, there's a lot of differences as far as how the glove is cut up, the safety pin, and notably the D shape to this retainer, which I feel is accurate, and then also the loop on the pinky. One thing that is super nice about the NECA is that for $70 you get a metal glove and a plastic hand. Even has like a little Nightmare on Elm Street logo on it, and it makes for an awesome display. Just set it like that, and it's easy to display the hand, and I freaking love that. In fact, I would buy just a crap load of these plastic hands if I could. I think I looked before and I couldn't find them. So we'll set this aside. And yeah, I really just wish that, you know, at $200 they included a plastic hand. It kind of sucks that you're left with figuring out some way of displaying it on your own. And finally, I wanted to show you guys a comparison shot of the 4 different gloves from part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4, all by Trick or Treat Studios. You can see the different blade shapes between the different movies, and then of course the backs of the gloves. And then here they are just reversed, so you can see the differences on the inside and of the leather glove itself. Alright guys, so that's about all there is to go over on this part 2 Freddy Revenge glove. I know that you guys are huge fans of Freddy and probably know a lot about how these gloves are to be made and to be accurate. I would love to hear if this glove is accurate, if Trick or Treat Studios did this right or not. Some things I feel like I know are correct, like it feels like that larger rivet is supposed to be there. There's other things that I feel like they got wrong. I would just love to hear from you guys. And also whether you feel like this is worth $200. To me, not so much when, you know, I think it was like 70 bucks for the NECA one. They can deliver a metal glove with metal blades and a plastic hand stand for it, which I really feel like is just lacking on this. It makes for such a great display when you can just set it up, you know, sprawled out like it's in a hand. But again, I am a huge Freddy fan, so I am super stoked to have this in my collection and just have 4 versions of the gloves. Now there are a lot of specialty shops out there like Nightmares Unlimited and things like that that do Freddy replica gloves and that are spot on and nail it. And they're right about this price range too. But I figured I'd get these guys in and let you guys take a look at it so you can kind of decide for yourself if this is worth the buy or not. As always, feel free to like and subscribe and click the bell for notifications for new videos. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.